Judge Ricke is an amazing judge. He's incredibly fair, knows the law inside and out. But he's also no nonsense. So when this shows up in his court, he has issues with it. Look at the Sallyport boys laughing. He knows what's coming. After they get over the initial shock, they're like, okay, here it comes. Takes him a few minutes before he actually sees it, but as soon as Judge Ricke sees it, it's on.
Okay, who is 488403? There is a Zoom participant, 488403. Who is that?
That's just Little Braves, Your Honor.
It's you? Excuse me?
Silas Little Brave.
Silas
All
Little
right,
Brave.
Silas Little Brave. Well, he's not hearing me. I guess we'll get back to him.
So for the next 15 minutes, we get to watch Silas Little Brave live his little brave life. He smokes some, walks around some, makes him some beanie weenies, cold, with mustard, eats some, smokes some more, and hangs out. So enjoy the other cases while you watch Silas's life.
Mr. Nelson, I see you were brought in apparently on a summons on this 429 case alleging in count 1, possession of methamphetamine, a level 5 drug felony, count 2, possession of temazepam, a class A non-person misdemeanor, count 3, possession of marijuana, a class B non-person misdemeanor, and count 4, possession of paraphernalia for use, a class B non-person misdemeanor. In the other case, 23 CR 441, you're charged with criminal trespass, a class B non-person misdemeanor. We've got a felony involved in the 429 case. So a preliminary hearing scheduling will be made on that matter. In front of Judge Satterfield, your assigned judge. Judge Satterfield's next docket for that purpose would be December the 26th, 2023 at 2:30 p.m. And yes, that is the day after Christmas. And yes, we will be holding court that day. December 26th, 2:30 p.m., Judge Satterfield's court. All right, he apparently needs to be booked in process on this. Bond recommendation on the felony case, Mr. Canfield.
On the felony case, Your Honor, the state is requesting a $5,000 OR bond.
Okay. What's the state's recommendation regarding a bond on the criminal trespass case 441?
In that case, Your Honor, the state is requesting a $3,000 OR bond as well as no contact with the alleged victim, Rickard Williams, and all non-law enforcement witnesses.
All right. We'll adopt those recommendations and set bonds accordingly. I think it probably scores some points for you today, Mr. Nelson, because you at least showed up when you're supposed to. So I will set in the felony case a $5,000 OR bond, $3,000 OR bond in the misdemeanor 441 case. There will be a specific condition on that case that you have no contact with the alleged victim in that case of the criminal trespass. You're not to have any contact with the property at 1110 North Ohio Street in Augusta, Kansas. She must appear on time for all scheduled court dates. Since these cases are filed at approximately the same time, for now, I'm going to keep them together before Judge Satterfield, and Judge Satterfield can make appropriate determinations about the misdemeanor case as the felony cases progress in her court. So again, the court date on both of these matters today is December 26, 2023, 2:30 p.m. All right, Mr. Nelson, can you hire a lawyer to represent you in these matters?
I'd like to apply for a court-appointed attorney.
Are you currently working, Mr. Nelson?
No, sir, not at the moment. I'm not.
All right, I will appoint a lawyer to represent you. Since I'm keeping the cases together for now, I'm going to appoint James Watts on both of them. Perhaps some sort of common disposition can be made of these. So Mr. Watts is appointed in both cases, both set before Judge Satterfield, December 26, 2023 at 2:30. $5,000 and $3,000 bonds set respectively. Anything else we need to address regarding Mr. Nelson, Mr. Canfield?
No, Your Honor.
Any questions, Mr. Nelson?
No, sir.
You get that court date and time written down for you?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, don't get all into the Christmas spirit and forget about that court date the next day, okay? All right, Mr. Nelson, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Has he been given, Mr. Kofeld, appropriate booking and processing directions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm looking for Elena Perez Munoz.
I'm here.
All right. This is State of Kansas versus Elena Perez Munoz, case number 2023 TR 300-001. Devin Canfield appears for the state. Defendant appears by her separate Zoom. Did you receive a copy of the charging document?
Yes, I did.
Count one alleges charged in the alternative, driving under the influence, a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Count two alleges expired tag or registration, an unclassified non-person misdemeanor. What plea are you entering today?
Not guilty.
Court accepts the plea of not guilty and will set this matter for a future appearance. Now, can you afford to hire your own lawyer, Ms. Perez Munoz?
I make 40 grand a year and I have 5 children, so I'm not sure if I can cover 3,000 to 5,000 for a lawyer.
Well, I'm not sure you can either. On the other hand, this is a misdemeanor case rather than a felony case. You're saying you have 5 children in your care?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you get any financial support from someone else in the household?
Their dad is currently not helping with any child support as of right now, so not really, no.
Okay, well, he should be. I think we'd all probably agree on that, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to make a finding of partial indigency here. And we'll appoint Darren Patterson to represent your interests.
Okay.
We'll set this matter on Judge Webster's docket, January 22, 2024 at 8:00 a.m. That is 8:00 in the morning. On
Okay.
January the 22nd. That will be a Zoom docket conducted by Judge Webster. You must
Okay.
fully participate by Zoom audio visual at that time.
Yes.
All right, January 22, 8:00 in the morning. Court has a bond before it, which is a second chance bail bond in the amount of $2,500. Court will maintain this defendant under it pending further proceedings in the case. And the court has appointed Darren Patterson to represent her.
Okay.
All right, any questions?
Will he reach out to me or do I have to reach out to him, to Darren?
It wouldn't hurt if you reached out to him.
Okay.
He is an El Dorado-based lawyer. Okay,
All right. Thank you.
anything further from the state, Mr. Canfield?
Your Honor, I reviewed the bond. I didn't see it listed. The state would ask for an additional condition of no drugs or alcohol.
Well, I think that that's a fair request under the circumstances. I will endorse that on the bond. No alcoholic beverages or illegal drug ingestion during the pendency of this case. Ms. Perez Munoz, okay? That's a condition of the bond.
Yes.
And again, that is part of the bond at this juncture. If there's nothing further, then the Perez Munoz matter will currently be in recess. We'll move on to another matter. You can leave the meeting at this time, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm short here at the judge.
Next matter is State of Kansas versus James Kenneth Short, case number 2023 CR 300007. Devin Canfield appears for the state. Mr. Short from the Judicial Center's Sallyport Zoom location. Mr. Short, do you have a copy of your charging document?
Not with me.
All right, count one alleges violation of a protection order. It's a Class A person misdemeanor. It's punishable
Yes.
by up to a year in the county jail and up to a $2,500 fine or both. Do you understand these things?
I guess I do.
How do you plead to this charge?
I'm not guilty on this.
All right, I will accept the plea of not guilty and establish a future court date for you. Now, can you hire to afford a lawyer? Can you afford a lawyer to represent you on this
No, I
particular
don't
matter?
want.
I'm sorry?
No, I cannot.
Okay, are you working currently, Mr. Short?
No, I'm retired and I've had a stroke. So no, I can't work.
Gofelt, did you want to address the court?
No.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make a finding of partial indigency and appoint a lawyer. Darren Patterson will be appointed. I'll set Mr. Short's next court date with Mr. Patterson representing him, January 22, 2024, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's a Zoom docket. You can participate from where you did today, Mr. Short. January 22, 8 o'clock a.m.
That right here.
I'll advise you that if there's any protection orders in effect, that you comply with them as a condition of your bond, which I will acknowledge here has been posted by Hot Rod Bail Bonds in the amount of $5,000. I will approve that bond. It does have a no contact with a Mary Tolbert endorsed on the bond, which is consistent with the order just made by the court. That bond is approved, 5,000 surety. Darren Patterson has been appointed and our court date set January 22, 2024, 8 o'clock in the morning by Zoom. Mr. Short, you must fully participate in that meeting at that time. Any questions, Mr. Short?
No, I guess not.
Anything further from the state at this time, Mr. Canfield?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. Then the James Kenneth Short matter will currently be in recess. Okay, do you have a Leah Townsley out there, Mr. Kofelt?
We do not.
Is Aaliyah Townsley otherwise on this meeting? I don't hear a response. This is State of Kansas versus Aaliyah Faye Townsley, case number 2020, CR 532. While Mr. Canfield appears for the state, there's no appearance by Townsley, the defendant here. It would appear there was an order of bench warrant and bond forfeiture issued for failure to appear on March 31. Townsley was apparently picked up, posted a $20,000 bond through Second Chance Bail Bonds, had a court date of October 18 at 1:15 p.m. Mr. Canfield, do you know any reason why Aaliyah Faye Townsley wouldn't be able to join us on this meeting?
I don't, Your Honor. I don't have anything in my notes. I will just note that this seems to be a common occurrence in this case.
Well, Aaliyah Faye Townsley will be on a no bond hold order from this point forward due to her failure to appear and default on her bond obligation to appear in court as scheduled. So the court will issue an order of bond forfeiture, bench warrant to issue for her arrest and for her to be held on a no bond hold pending further proceedings in the case. I'm presuming that the name Aaliyah Faye Townsley is female. I certainly didn't mean to misstate. So that bond is ordered forfeited, no bond hold pending further proceedings in the case. There's nothing further on the Townsley matter. We'll jump back to one that I skipped over earlier. Silas David Littlebrave. Silas David Littlebrave. Come on the meeting with your audio. Mr. Littlebrave, if you can hear me, would you just raise your right hand so I can see? He apparently can't hear me either. Anytime, Mr. Littlebrave. I'm waiting for you to fully join this meeting so I can talk to you. Apparently has no audio connection at all.
I've tried sending chats. He's not responding.
Right. Court security have any insight here?
I'm gonna put a note up to see if you can read it real fast.
Please. I'm open to any reasonable suggestion here to get him involved in this. I'm presupposing that he can see your message, court security, because we can see him.
Yeah, he can see it. I just don't know if he's looking.
Oh. Yeah.
He's communicating now.
Well, I definitely want to communicate with him.
I bet you do.
I'm not sure exactly what he was indicating earlier. I took it as, wait a moment. And then he's disappeared from the picture, so. We'll give him a minute to come back. Silas David Littlebrave. All right, you're gonna need to unmute yourself. You're currently muted.
All right. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Sorry, Your Honor, not my phone. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I can also see you.
Okay. thank
Mr.
you.
Littlebrave, I think it's incredibly disrespectful for you to show
I
up
know.
for a
I know.
Zoom court without a shirt and with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize, Your Honor.
Well, what made you think that was going to be proper in the first place?
Well, I just got up, had a long night, and I'm trying my best to make best of what I got. And I got a lot of court cases up. No, I'm just trying my best to. I mean, I respect your court, Your Honor, and I'm sorry.
Or surely you had a shirt to put on.
I do. You want me to put it on?
No, I think we better get our business done before we lose you again.
No, you won't. You won't lose me. You can find me.
I see a bench warrant
Yeah.
was issued in this case
Yeah.
for your failure to appear,
Okay.
which you've eventually posted a $3,000 bond,
Yes.
a
But
second chance bail bonds.
and man, in my defense, I was there and I had the court date and they picked me up before the court date, which was Monday. And then I don't know why they picked me up because I was in jail the day before. And I don't run from you guys. I turn myself in every chance I get. I want to get all this stuff taken care of, and yeah, that cost me some money. So I'm trying my best to make it up. And my phone got turned off. I'm using my friend's phone. I still owe my bondsman some money, and so, but I'm here. I'm here.
All right, you're being charged currently with theft, a Class A non-person misdemeanor.
Yes.
Darren Patterson was appointed by Judge Satterfield at your June 21st court appearance.
Yes.
The next setting was September the 18th. And that's apparently when you failed to appear.
Yes.
$3,000 cash professional surety bond was established at that time, which you eventually posted.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Patterson is going to remain your attorney. We're going to
Okay.
set a new court date.
Your Honor, if I
I'm going to put
may,
it out very far. Excuse me?
Your Honor, it looks like Josh Andrews was counsel for the last hearing in September. I'm not sure what the discrepancy was, but it looks like Andrews is on this case.
All right, Mr. Patterson must have conflicted out. I do see that order appointing new counsel in the file. Joshua Andrews will remain his attorney, retained or appointed. And we will set another court date. I'm going to set this on Judge Lee's calendar, November the 17th at 1:30. Did you hear that, Mr. Little Brave?
Yeah, November 17th at 1:30.
And you are ordered to appear at the Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas.
In person?
Yes, in person.
Okay.
You must be there.
I will, I'll be
Now,
there.
if Judge Lee isn't there, that's his business. He may conduct a docket by Zoom. If so, then you need to be at the Judicial Center to participate
And it's
by
not court?
Zoom from that location and that location only.
Okay,
And Mr. Little Brave, you better be wearing a shirt.
I've got
You
one
be
on. I'm
dressed
sorry.
decently for court
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
without a
apologize.
cigarette.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Had a long night. So it's hard these days, so I'm trying.
Long night doesn't excuse open disrespect for the court, which you showed in two different ways, not to mention your own fumbling technology issues that you had. Which
I
to a
know,
certain extent I can understand, but to get around that, we're going to make sure you appear at the Judicial Center from now on, where I'm quite confident technology will not be an issue.
I apologize.
Did you get that written down? November 17, 1:30 PM?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right, then I would
I
expect
apologize.
that you'll be at the Judicial Center at that time.
Thank you.
Maintain the defendant under his current bond. Anything else from the state at this juncture, Mr. Canfield?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
You have any questions here, Mr. Little Brave?
No, just apologizing. I'm sorry.
All right,
Thank you.
and if there's nothing further, the Little Brave matter will be in recess. Now, Mr. Canfield, I believe I have called and dealt with each case that was scheduled to be part of this docket. Do you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Then the first appearance docket of Butler County, Kansas is concluded at this time. Mandy, you may end the meeting for all.